Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I'm staying a couple nights at the Walmart in Penitas, Texas, which is very close to the Rio Grande, the border of Mexico. And what I'm going to do today is take a ferry to Mexico, believe it or not. Just to see the border town that's there, have lunch there. But first, let me go into my map and show you just where I am and where the Mexican border town is. So here's the town of Penitas. There's the Walmart. So you go west on the main highway to here, then go down to the little, very small town of Los Ibanos and the ferry right there. That's about 10 miles. And then from the ferry to downtown, the Mexican town of Diaz Ordaz is about another 2.5 miles. So I'm going to drive around the Mexican town, just see what's there, and then go down here to Taqueria La Vaca Flaca for lunch. And by the way, when you get into Los Ibanos, there's a couple jagged turns you have to make, and there's not a sign saying this way to the ferry, so you need to follow the map when you go in. Well, I made it to the little town of Los Ibanos, went by a city park, and this is an interesting business. It says Los Ibanos Ferry Junction, but this is not a ferry junction. It's still a few blocks away. I guess that's the name of the business. And this tells what they used to sell. The place obviously has been abandoned for quite some time. But it looks like at some point this was the rocking place to be. And if you drink too much, very convenient to go into the town jail. Actually, it's only 1 block from the ferry entrance. And it says everyone must pay beyond this point. And I guess this is the ferry station, maybe? What does this say on the sign? $2, and motorcycles are another $3. Well, here is the ferry loading. By the way, they only charged me $3. So the $3 for motorcycles includes the person. Very short ferry. That's all it is, right across the river there. And then up here, a lot of signs. And the ferry can only hold 3 cars. So only very, very small RVs could get on it. And it's a non-motorized ferry. It works by these guys just pulling on that rope, is all it is, to get across the river. So that way the ferry doesn't need any kind of a motor to get across the Rio Grande. How about that, folks? I'm taking a ferry to Mexico. On my motor scooter. There's the Mexico entry station. That was a quick trip. But look at all these cars waiting in line to go back. At 3 cars at a time, that's going to take them a while. And getting in and off the ferry is a big dip. So if you've got a low ground clearance, you're going to hit bottom. Well, here is a City Square Park, and right here they have the name of the city, Diaz Ordaz, or however you pronounce it. This is a Friday around noon, and there's nobody sitting around in the park. A lot of benches, all empty. There's a little taqueria. Got some nice buildings like this. And of course, there's going to be a lot of half torn down buildings. There's a big gazebo for celebrations, city gatherings. Nice. This says 2018 was their 50-year anniversary. Here's a golden statue. Let's see who this is. Benito Pablo Juarez Garcia. He must have been some important person. And right across the street from the city park is the Catholic Church, which is San Miguel Archangel. Got a tower there. Here's another city park, a few blocks away from the other one. Got some children's playground there. And this building is Centro Social Los Arcos. They must have some wild parties here to knock out that window. This is a nice house downtown. Doesn't say anything about what it is. There's a lock gate in front with a fence all the way around it. I stopped into the supermarket to get me a bottle of rum, which was Hecoed in Mexico. 321 pesos, and I do not know how much that is yet in American dollars. But I assume it's less than you can buy in the States. I've driven by several restaurants, although most of them are just small taquerias, which is kind of what this is, but they do have indoor seating. The Taqueria La Vaca Flaca. Well, this place does not have a menu, and it was very difficult to understand the waitress. It's pretty much just tacos, I think. They've got various kinds of tacos, but a nice setup here. And you can get fresca in just about everywhere in Mexico. It's amazing. Well, it does look good. Those 4 tacos and the drink actually only cost me 110 pesos. So that was a pretty reasonable cost meal. This is the downtown area where all the stores are. It's actually a much larger town than I was thinking it was. Well, I'm on my way back now. And by the way, it's a few miles, I think, into town. So it's a really long way to walk. So if you don't want to bring your own car, then I don't know, maybe take a taxi into town. But if you have a car, I definitely recommend you just bring your car. Well, that's been an interesting outing. Good day, folks.